Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review in a hotel room in Portland, Oregon. What an amazing weekend it's been. I brought my camera with full intentions of like doing this whole vloggy weekend during my anniversary, but in all honesty, I got here with my wife and I was like, you know what? I just want to be in the moment this weekend with her. I didn't want to have to worry about doing any videos and walking around, you know, worrying about like getting camera footage and all that nonsense. So I didn't end up doing any of that, and I don't feel bad about it. So we will come back for sure. I just figured anniversary-wise, it was probably best for me just to be in the moment with her. So I feel great about that. But I was at Great Notion yesterday, which is a fantastic brewery. And there was an awesome gentleman by the name of Chip that came up and introduced himself and said that he watched my videos, Small World. And he gave me a beer to review, and I didn't bring any bags to check on the way home, so I figured, you know what, I might as well review this before I go out for my last day in Portland. So from River North Brewery, they're in Denver. I've never heard of these guys before. This is Mr. Sandman. It says not just another Imperial Stout, 12.9% alcohol by volume, 2016 bottle. It says release number 1, and they only bottled 99 cases of it. So I have no idea. I know nothing about this beer. He told me that it got voted best non-barrel aged Imperial Stout, but I can't remember like who voted it that. So again, I know nothing about River North. Never heard of them. Don't know anything about this beer. Don't know if anyone watching this knows about this beer. But let's review it, because he was kind enough to give it to me, so thank you, Chip. You are awesome. I did get this stemless Great Notion glass. There's water in here. That they released this weekend. They did Corral releases of Kippy that I missed, but I was able to have that on draft yesterday, and it was amazing. Blueberry Muffin blew my mind. So let's go ahead and give this one a pour, see what she's got. It actually pours pretty dark. I'm using a Kleenex holder to put the bottle in. So yeah, 12.7%. It looks like an awesome Imperial Stout in the glass. Finger of like a mocha khaki head. Really, really tight packed bubbles. Just really, really small everywhere. There's a couple sudsy soapy ones in the middle of that, but almost 13%. There's alcohol like streaking down the glass. It looks absolutely amazing in that glassware. That glassware is so cool. So I can smell that from where I'm sitting, and my nose isn't even in it. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. I'm watching the Clippers game, by the way. They somehow won the other night, and it's Game 7, which they typically lose. So this is really, really chocolatey to me. There's a little bit of like roasted malts, but it's predominantly like milk chocolate. Hopefully this isn't a milk stout. I don't think it is. But yeah, just think of like, honestly, like when you melt milk chocolate on like a double boiler, that's what this smells like. And again, it's got like this just kind of faint roastiness, maybe like a little bit of like a coffee roast. I think it's more just like rich kind of roasted malts though than coffee, but you kind of get that sort of like roasted coffee thing. I will say at 12.9%, there's no booze on the nose of this. Hopefully that stays. That last smell almost has like, sounds weird, but like there's kind of like a faint like black licorice kind of a thing, but it smells just like super milk chocolatey. So let's go ahead and taste it, Chip. Cheers. Thank you, sir. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I think for me, the taste follows the nose. Very, again, milk chocolatey. And there's like this cool, it's gotta be hops. It's a bitter sort of, just, if you guys have ever had black licorice, I hated black licorice as a kid. But I kind of, as I got older in high school, I used to eat more of it than red licorice. It sort of reminds me of that. It's almost like, it's not like anise, but it's like this cool, it's gotta be hops. Because the more I talk and the more it just sits on my tongue, it reminds me of like a hoppy beer. And the more it kind of sits there, the more it seems really, really hoppy. But there's so much milk chocolate in that. I will say the one thing, just I'm kind of noticing, near 13%. It's not a very full mouthfeel. You're not chewing on it. But I think the flavor profile of it is good enough to where it's not like a big deal. This is really, really good. Again, the roast on the finish, it reminds you like this kind of coffee roasty thing, but tons and tons of like silky milk chocolate. And this beer has got a good amount of hoppiness to it. Really, really good stuff. A fun break from, I know I review a lot of IPA, but this was a fun stout to check out. I am really interested in seeking out more beers from these guys. Like I said, I don't know anything about River North. Never heard of them. But yeah, this is really, really good. Is this the best non-barrel aged stout I've ever had? Probably not. But is it world class? Yeah, it's like in that 95, 96 range. The only thing I would say detracts from it is kind of the thinner mouthfeel when you're that high of the alcohol percentage. You kind of want to chew on it more. But if you like chocolatey stouts, if you like roasty, if you like hoppy stouts, this would probably age fantastic with as hoppy as it tastes. I think that's what I'm tasting. It's kind of like that. It's not spicy, but kind of like that. I don't know. It kind of reminds you of like wintry spices, sort of. I'm getting it. It's black licorice to me, but the roast in it and the milk chocolate's fantastic. Yeah, that's really, really good. Like 95. Awesome stuff. So, Chip, thanks for sharing this one. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, that's Mr. Sandman from River North, Denver, Colorado. If you guys have had it, if you've heard of them, any other beers I should seek out, let me know. Portland's been amazing. We're going home tomorrow. It's just been a freaking phenomenal last 3 days. The food here is ridiculous. The beer is so good. We've gone to so many breweries. It's been such a good trip. So I'm out here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.